Good morning. My name is Terry Morgan. This is Shin. It's Friday, April 17th, and we're going to practice some Wudang Qigong. Put the coffee down. I've talked about that from time to time. For me, that's one of my weaknesses is coffee in the morning, and cats. Come here. Say hi to everybody. Say good morning. Good morning. I'm sure about good morning. Oh yeah, I'm gonna be good morning now. I'm thinking more of the birds outside. Yeah, birds outside. Later. Wudang Qigong has a set of 18 exercises. I've covered the first 2 plus 2 additional sets. I'm going to add another set today. I'm going to practice all of them today. And then we'll work on each of these sets as a practice set. The difficulty in practicing any movement art, of course, is that you have to be able to do the movement. If you can't do the movement, you can't practice it. So that learning process, it usually takes a couple of times to get the sense of what you're supposed to do. After that, now you can really start to add to that. So I'm going to look at adjusting how I present some of these exercises, as well as the content and the way the class moves along. For today, be about shoulder width apart, hands down at your sides. The first exercise we have is very simple. Both hands come up to the center Tantian, middle Tantian, and back to the lower Tantian. So lower Tantian, middle Tantian, upper Tantian, Lao Bo in both palms. Ladies, right hand on the outside. Gentlemen, left hand on the outside. I'm going to do this with breathing and bending. Just a little bit of bend in the knees. So breathe in, pull up. Hands turn over, press down. Breathe out. Bend the knees just a little bit. Not a lot, just a little bit. And breathe in, straighten. Breathe out, bend. Relax for just a second. I'm going to talk about this and then we're going to do it. What I would like to focus on right now, and this changes, so you know this changes. I'm focused right now on this idea of up and open, down and closed. That you want this very rhythmic sense of movement and coordinated physical activity that looks like maybe like you're playing an accordion or something. Okay? You want, this is what you want, and it's a whole body effort. Let's try. Palms together. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. 4 more times. Breathe in. Hands separate, press down along both sides. Raise the heels just slightly. Pull up through the head and drop. Okay, so as a reminder, we're going to do this again. Same exercise. As a reminder, what we want to pay attention to with this is very simple on the outside. Outside movement is here. Move the legs. This is outside movement. Very simple. Inside movement, 'also' fairly simple, but extremely important. So in the front we have the upper Tantian, the ren joint, middle Tantian, the lower Tantian. At the base of the torso, in the area of the perineum, we have the Huyin, and at the crown of the head we have the Bai Hui. In the back we have three gates, the Mingmen, Yujin, Jiaji, and the Yujin at the base of the skull. As we're doing this exercise, we want a circle from the lower Tantian, come up the back, and down the front. The channel in the back, the Du Mai, joins the channel in the front, Ren Mai, at the Ren joint. So we're going to close that loop by touching the tongue to the roof of the mouth just behind the teeth, just behind the front teeth. Okay? So the mouth if your mouth is open, okay, you don't need to have it open, but if it is, that's fine. Your tongue needs to be stuck up the roof of your mouth. Okay, breathing is through the nose. Breathe in. And breathe out. This time focus on that circle. Pull up the back, down the front. Up in the back, down the front. Two more times. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in. And separate, down along both sides. Raise the heels slightly, pull up through the crown of the head, the Bai Hui, and drop. For most of our exercises, we want the sense that there's the magical string that we use in theater to support the body, so that as you pull up, it's as if there's a very gentle string that could pull you straight up, right? That's the idea. When I talk about pull up through the top of the head, that's the idea that we're looking for. What happens with that is a couple of things. One, very important for what we're doing, is that it straightens and extends the vertebra in the spine. So we want the joints open, and this will help that. The other thing that it does is to help open the lower back. I mean, it sounds, yeah, I'm pulling up through the head, but it's doing something on the back. Yes, it is. As you pull up, you'll find that you start to engage these muscles here in the hip that join up into the back and the ribs, right? So you're pulling here, this pulls, and this pulls. Opens the hip. Very useful. One more time. Palms together, breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. And separate, down along both sides. Raise up through the crown of the head. Pull that string. Drop the heels. All right. birds singing outside, and she would like to go and visit with them. Okay, so we have a couple more exercises that we're going to work on, and then I'm going to adjust, like I was saying, I'm going to adjust the practice so that we have time for practice, as we just had, and we have some time to work on some of the more details, of the movements, and even some additional movements. There are in total 18 sets for our Wudang Qigong, and I will be posting the details from our Wudang Qigong book with the sets that I've taught in this lesson. I'll work on that probably over the weekend. So, second set that we have is pushing the mountain. Right? Feet about shoulder width apart. Can be a little bit wider, but not much. Okay? And we have palms up. Bend the knees. Palms up again. And palms press out. That's the basic movement. We also want to pay attention to the hand position and what we're channeling, which I take that back. That's a wrong way to say that. What channel we're trying to focus on, because we're working on the internal channels that belong with traditional Chinese medicine. These are the channels and meridians that connect to the various points that I've already outlined, and quite a few more. So we want to focus, as we bring the hands up, we'll pull back the front finger just a little bit and open the palm, or opening the arms. As we press out, same thing. As we pull in, change that to the middle finger. Change that emphasis to the middle finger to pull in. Change that to the heart. Okay? So, breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. As you press forward, keep the back straight. You might have to work at that a little bit. And it's not a bad thing. Relax as you bend. This should feel comfortable. It shouldn't be, oh my gosh, I have to bend my legs so much it hurts. It should be, oh yeah, that feels kind of good to have that bending and stretching and that up and down and going with the breath. That's kind of nice. I like that. And we'll do one more time. Both hands down along your sides. Raise up through the crown of the head, drop the heels, and relax. Okay, with these sets, this idea of how do I move, this rhythm that I'm talking about, open and close, open, what am I doing? This is your breath. This is your breath, really. Alright? And it should be very comfortable. It should also be of a rhythm and a pattern that is full, regular. And as continuous as possible. I talked about this a little bit before with this idea of the breath being continuously released or continuously brought into the body. And illustration is the Chinese term for breath, hu shi. Shi, we breathe in, hu is breathe out. So shi, breathe out, hu. And I'm not looking for grades on my singing here. The goal is to notice that it's a long, extended breath, right? It's not a breathe, done. Now I'm going to breathe again, done. Now this breathe and breathe, okay? So really focus on that. For these next 2 sets, just the breathing, okay? You can pay attention to the movements, but pay attention to trying to keep your breath smooth and regular so that there's this harmony and, again, this open and close kind of thing going on with the whole body. So we have this one, turn and push, that we worked on yesterday. Okay, and the basic movement here, very much the same. Sink, turn the toes 45, push, pull in, turn the toes, press down, sink on the other leg, and press out. Push. This is press. All right? Breathe in, breathe out. Shift the weight, turn the foot, push, pull in, turn the toes, press down, push, pull in, and center, turn, push, pull in, turn toes, center, change, okay, I'm going to do this facing the other direction so that we're both going in the same direction at the same time. What I would ask to pay attention to, again, as we're doing with this exercise, this open and close. Pay attention to the breath. Feet about shoulder width apart. Breathe in. Breathe out. Left side, turn toes, push, breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe out. Yes, I did breathe in, but I didn't say it. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. one more time. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Legs straighten, pull up, drop the heels. Okay. I'm hoping that what you will have noticed is the sense of rhythm that I started to create for myself as I'm doing these exercises, right? So you're following me, you're following my rhythm, which is a good thing. This is a very good thing. As you practice, you want to try to recreate that kind of a rhythm. What will happen, and this is a natural thing, what will happen is that your body will start to tell you that, yeah, this rhythm is good for me, or, yeah, no, we need to make some adjustments over here, right? So that's a natural thing. You want that. You want to listen for it, you want to work with it, and you want to develop it. Meantime, follow me. The other exercise that I mentioned, we're using the same kind of turning, a little bit different move with the hands, a little bit different move with the foot. So we just did this, right? Now, we're going to do on the toe, then step to the heel. And pull back. And when you pull back, the foot pulls back just a little bit. Okay? And again, on both hands are going to come up, palms up, on the toe, and step on the heel. Turn over. Do that again. From the center, palms up. This is the same for pretty much all of our moves. And so when we have this kind of an opening, this is it. Okay. Now, shift the weight, and instead of coming up on the heel to turn the toes, you come up on the toe and turn. Right. Then step where your toe was on that 45 again. So I'm here, turn the toe, step the heel, transfer forward. When I pull back, I'm going to pull back to where I started. Okay? Palms turn over together and both go in the same direction. So the upper arm, if I do this here, right, your upper arm is straight, no more than shoulder high. No, yeah, okay. So you want just a little bit of a slope from your shoulder to your elbow. Okay, palm is out. The lower palm comes under the upper palm. So my alignment is here. It's not over here, it's over here. Right? Center, right? You can go center. And it pushes out. Notice my elbow's not out up over here either. Right? Elbow's down. This goes straight forward. Okay? So, breathe in. Breathe out. Shift the weight. Palms come up, you're on your toe. Step on the heel. Palms turn over. Press out. Pull in. Palms turn over. Pull the foot back. Shift the weight. On your toe. Step to the heel. Palms turn over. transfer the weight. Pull back. Pull in the toes. And back to center. We'll do it again. Turn. Turn on the toe. Step to the heel. Press. Bring it in. Palms up. Toe. Heel. Transfer the weight. Come in. Bring the toe. And down. One more time. Shift. Turn the toe. Step to the heel. Press. Pull in. Down. Shift. Palms up. Press. Okay, we have this move in our Tai Chi forms. We also have push in our Tai Chi form, but it's slightly different than what we've done here. Not by much, okay? So, this is the rhythm, this is the sense of what should I be doing at what point in time with each of these movements, right? So there's a multitude of different ways that they can be done. Some of them are perfectly fine and correct and not a problem, and others are, yeah, it's a little iffy. So, all right, so we want to pay attention to that. I'm going to turn around. We're going to do press 6 times. Breathe in. Breathe out. We're going to go to the left side first. Shift the weight to the right side. Step out with the left. Palms turn over. Breathe in, pull in. Breathe out. Shift the weight. Breathe in. Step. Breathe out. Breathe in. Pull in. And breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Two more times. Last time, press out to the left. Pull in, breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Hands down along both sides. Pull up through the crown of the head. Raise the heels just a little and drop them. Stay there. Alright, good. So we have now, this morning we reviewed 4 practice sets. Trying to think, I think I gave Swimming Dragon. If I didn't, I'll give it next time. This is also a move in our Tai Chi set. It's also part of our Qigong sets. So I'll look for that next week, and then I'm going to start doing a little bit more what I just did today, which is to spend a little bit of time on a lesson and on the move, and a little bit more time on the practice. And I appreciate the comment from Patrick on that. It was very helpful. I appreciate that. Thank you. So I will see you all next week if you're coming for Tai Chi Monday. Later this morning for our mid-morning stretch. Thank you. Bye. Camera. I gotta work on this.